Hello, feisty friends. Welcome back to Fiesty Needle here on Flosstube. My name is Tona, also known as the Fiesty Stitcher on Instagram. I am the owner of Fiesty Needle, an online cross-stitch shop. I'm based out of the suburbs of Minneapolis here in Minnesota, with the goal of transitioning from online to brick and mortar eventually. Timeline TBD. It's been a little over 2 months since my last confession. I mean, Flosstube, you know what I mean. Many life events have demanded my attention. We have had high school softball season for my youngest, and in Minnesota, that's a very short season. So a lot of games every week. I started a new job at the beginning of April, and end of March, beginning of April. So there's been the transition of becoming acclimated to that. By the time I would get home, I'm exhausted and don't want to do anything, not even stitch. And then our oldest daughter was engaged. She actually got engaged this past Saturday, and everything leading up to that was a surprise. Had a big party with friends and family on Saturday afternoon. The new fiance's family hosted. We did a lot of the food, came together, and it was just a really great time. So we are excited for that. Before we dig into the stitching stuff, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. And if you like it here, please share with your friends on the socials. That would be awesome. So since my last video, I've been able to get together with some folks to have some stitching days at Luann Knobloch's. Luann used to work for Stitchville when that was open. So that is Stitching with Lulu. We've had 2 of those. And then I also attended the Get Your Stitch On retreat, which was held here in Bloomington, Minnesota, hosted by Needlebling Designs. And they also own Black Cat Stitchery in Amory, Wisconsin. So honestly, those couple of events are where most of my stitching has come from over the last 2 months. I've had very little motivation to stitch unless I was in an environment that encouraged stitching. So it's been a little bit better now the last couple of weeks. I've been able to do some things at home. So I'm feeling like that stitchy bug is coming back, but I think we've all been there. Spring traditionally tends to be the hardest for me. I've noticed over the years. I don't know why. It's just what it is. That's fine. It always comes back. So we're going to start with the only finish that I had. It was actually a start and a finish. I started it, I believe, when we were down at Welcome Weekend in Blue Earth back in March. This is the Cottage of the Month series by Country Cottage Needleworks. This is December. So this finally makes the final cut. So all 12 are done. This is on 16 count Country Mocha. And I guess, I mean, it's done, but I guess it's not done. I have a couple of the French knots in for the eyes. I'm debating if I even want to do more French knots, if I want to take those French knots out. So when I go to FFO it, I guess I'll make the decision at that time. So here it is. You can see up on the top, I do have some of the eyes in. I don't know. I struggle with whether or not I care for French knots or not. Knots or not. Knots or not. So anyway. Otherwise, it's ready to go. I'm thinking maybe on the next Flosstube, I will go ahead and show the entire series. I don't have any of them done yet. I figured I would, or FFO'd, I figured I would do them all at the same time. So that is my only finish. And like I said, it was a start and a finish. I have 3 new starts. I don't think I showed this one on the last video. I believe I hadn't started it yet. I was still having the great debate on which fabric I was going to do. So this is Disagree by Rebel Stitcher. 18 count Ada, Ledger by Bestitch Me, and the color that I'm using is Midnight by Gentle Arts. So here is Disagree. Let's see if I can get that. So we can disagree and still love each other unless your disagreement is rooted in my oppression and denial of my humanity and right to exist. As we've discovered, I really enjoy a Quaker. So this is, oh, that gives some pretty good color there. So this is Ledger. And all I have is the one Quaker motif started. And then here gives Midnight, so you can kind of see what that color looks like there. But yeah, very small start, but I'm glad to add it to the whip pile. You can't finish it if you don't start it, right? The next one I have is Gathering Clover from Luminous Fiber Arts. I have done 3 others in this series. I've done Gathering Stitches, Gathering Snowflakes, and Gathering Berries. And that is on 18 count Vanilla Latte from Bestitch Me, using the called for color of collard greens. So really great variegation on the collard greens. It's Belle Soie from Classic Colorworks. And here is, ooh, that's going to wash out. We're going to leave it back here a little bit. So the bottom line is completely finished, so you get an idea of what the length is like on that. I do actually have the other 3 on here. That's Gathering Snowflakes. And this is Gathering Stitches. This one I used an Almond M&M floss on it. The silks. And then this one is Gathering Berries. And this is Buckeye Red. Love that. So yeah, these are just kind of nice little palette cleansers because they go so fast. And, you know, you can knock out quite a bit at once. My other new start is Parkington Manor, and that's from Rosewood Manor, and I have a PSA on this one. I'll get through it and then I'll let you know what that is. So I'm stitching this on 28 count Marshmallow Fluff, and the called for colors from Weeks Dye Works, with the exception of I changed one of the colors from White Lightning to Garden Trellis by Classic Colorworks. Otherwise, everything else is Weeks Dye Works. It's a beautiful color palette. And then on the Marshmallow Fluff, it's just a really nice color scheme. So the Marshmallow Fluff is not white, but it might as well be white. It's very pale. This is Parkington Manor. I started down here, so I have those motifs done. Yeah, just a nice little start to it. 28 count Lugana. I am not a huge Lugana stitcher. I've done a couple of things on Lugana, but I do enjoy it. It just slows me down a little bit. So I want to let you know, this is the main key for the chart. So it lists 6 colors, okay? When you go over to all the pages, she also has each key on each page. The problem is there are 7 motifs and 6 colors. So she failed to list the 7th color on here. And then when you go over here, it doesn't line up properly, which caused me to be thrown off on which colors I put in the right spot. Now I was able to fudge it and move forward and not have to rip anything out. But if you go onto the Rosewood Manor website, there is an updated correction. So if you're a shop owner, if you get that into your charts, or if you've already bought the pattern in the shop you bought it from, didn't send that out, make sure you go onto the website before you start stitching, because there were a lot of F-bombs dropped when I figured that out. I was not happy, but I'm super relieved that it all worked out and I was able to get it fixed to not compromise the pattern. So yeah, 3 starts. Well, technically 4 starts and then 1 finish. 3 are now whips. I have 2 other whips that I've been working on, or excuse me, 3 other whips that I've been working on. The first is Quaker Pumpkins by Hello from Liz Matthews. I've shown this a couple of times. Like I mentioned, when I get to that point, the All Hallows Eve will be replaced with Fiesty Needle. I'll do something different with the crows down there. I am using 18 Count Cinnamon by Stitch Me and the called for Weeks Dye Works. So I am working on the last of the big pumpkins over here. So that's almost to the full width now. And then I will finish off that top border and then start to head down, put in a few more motifs up top, and then the bulk of it will be done. But you can really see the marbling in that color. Brandy just does such a great job with her fabrics. I mean, and her floss as well, but that is Quaker Pumpkins. So I'm hoping that I can have it done in time for the fall season, which I think I will. I like to be able to pick this up and knock a few motifs out. I did that, I think it was at the Needle Bling retreat, where I was able to work on that a little bit more. Just to kind of show you the color palette a little bit closer up. So, yeah. So that is Quaker Pumpkins by Hello from Liz Matthews. Next one is another Hello pattern. It is Quaker Gardens by Hello from Liz Matthews. Again, I have discovered I have quite the obsession with Quakers. I'm okay with that. I will lean into it. I am not doing this in blue as it is charted. I have subbed out Raspberry Tart and Raspberry from Weeks Dye Works, and I will show you those colors here. And it's being stitched on Pink Chocolate, another Stitch Me fabric. And oh, that color is showing so nicely right now. So all of the stems I'm doing in the raspberry. Let's see if I can get this over here a little bit more. All right. So the stems I'm doing in the raspberry. No, that's not going to work. And then the petals, some of them are in raspberry, some of them in raspberry tart. Just kind of picking it as I go with which flower motif I'm going to do which colors on. So I'm glad that I had finished the bottom quite a while ago. I'm glad I've been able to start on the stuff on the top now. So again, it's nice to be able to pick it up and knock out a couple of motifs and move on. So raspberry and raspberry tart from Weeks Dye Works and Pink Chocolate from Stitch Me. The next one I've been working on is Modern Folk Embroidery, Ruskins Penguins. I wanted to have this done by the end of March, and life did not allow that to happen. But I'll tell you what, I got some really nice progress on this at the Needle Bling Get Your Stitch On retreat. I am using an 18 count Atomic Ranch Joy Lynn in red, and then the Roxy Floss chalkboard and weathered white. So I am almost done. Just that border on the side. Everything is done in the center. I mean, check out those penguins, you guys. Are they not freaking adorable? I love them. Absolutely love them. I'm hoping by the end of the month, I will have this one done. I keep meaning to pick it up and work on it, but I keep going back to the Gathering Clover. Partially because the Gathering Clover was right next to my stitchy chair, and I didn't have to walk up and go get it. Partially my own fault. So, yeah, those are my whips. 3 whips, 4 starts, 1 finish, and yeah, can't be disappointed in that. I'm really excited to show you this FFO. I stitched Peace on Earth by Teresa Kogut, which is in the I don't remember if it was winter or Christmas book. I don't remember what it was called. I think it's winter. Don't quote me on that though. But it's the one with a lot of the snowmen. I finished stitching this in before January because I took it with to Stitch Away out in Ohio, which is hosted by Keepsakes, and left it with them to have it FFO'd. And I wanted it put into a stand-up. And Susan from Keepsakes finished it, and I love him. Look at him. He's friggin' awesome. She did the cording, twisted her own cording in there. I mean, it's just amazing. Look at that, you guys. Little fraying on the end. The fabric is perfect. I mean, come on. Those little, like, star-looking bursts. It's perfect. It matches the top. So, like, I couldn't have picked it better myself. Susan just did an amazing job. If you need finishing work done, Keepsakes does a great job. It's like, listen, look at how, like, this bad boy ain't going anywhere. It's like a weapon. So it's just beautiful. Thank you so much to Keepsakes and to Susan. It's like, I can't wait until Christmas to put it out. It's still on my shelf down here, but I love it. I'm so happy with it. Worth every penny. That's it for stitching. On to shop news. We have some new products. I've got a couple of new designers in the shop. Again, these are not new to the industry designers. They're simply new to Fiesty Needle. I've had them on the shop for a few weeks now on the website, so they are ready to go. A few of them I have some series that I wasn't able to get the full series from the wholesale distributors, so I will be rounding those out as the product becomes available. Until then, you get partial series. So the first that we have is From the Heart Needle Arts by Wendy. There's a new series called Birthstone Quaker series. I know that I'm not listing these in proper order, but you get the idea. So, Dazzling Diamond. Oh, let's see if we can get it without the glare. There we go. Dazzling Diamond. Amazing Aquamarine. And really, these are fantastic. Obviously, I'm a sucker for Quakers. But if you want to just pull out one motif and do a smalls or something with it, this is Graceful Garnet. And Awesome Amethyst. You see that one? There we go. That one's so pretty. So there are more months that have been released since I made my initial order. So as I order more from that distributor, I will go ahead and bring more in. This one is also from the Heart Needlework. It's called Quaker Birds. We've got Quaker Friends. It says life is better with friends. Only a couple of colors called in there, so if you want to sub out your colors to represent the friends in your life, I think that would be a really cool way to do it, or do like a round robin stitch. Would be super fun. Quaker Blooms. Quaker Mountains, or Rocky Mountain Quaker. I apologize. I love that. Love Mini Quaker. This one is the December Quaker. I will be bringing in all 12 months, but right now I do only have December available. In my own personal collection, I believe I have all 12 months. I might be missing August, but that's what I've got so far. And then this one I think is my favorite out of all of them. It's Quaker Bees. It says the hum of bees is the voice of the garden. I hope that bees never go out of style because I love it. There's not many patterns by any designers regarding bees or bee skips or honeycombs or anything that I don't like. So that's super fun. From the Heart Needle Arts was by Wendy, was that one. The other new designer that I have in is called Quaint Rose Needle Arts. First one I have is Roxy Rabbit. I don't even like to stitch houses, but I really just want to stitch this. Or that bunny is a stand-up. I mean, get out. That would be so cute. Next one is Percy Penguin. And again, penguins. Sucker for the penguins. Look at him. And that border is amazing. I love it. And again, a house that I wouldn't mind stitching. His top hat. Look at his top hat. It's ridiculous. I love it. Jingle All the Way. Jingle All the Way Deer. Like, there's just so much going on there. He's just fun and funky and quirky, and he's awesome. Look at his socks. Mary Amelia's Bird, which is a reproduction sampler. I have had this one in my own collection for some time. I think it's beautiful. Quakers and birds, you know, apparently that's my thing. And butterflies and bugs. The Quaint Quakers series. Quaint Quakers Spring, Fall, and Winter. I am missing Summers, the one I couldn't get from the vendor. Spring says, see how the flowers of the field grow. Look at those friggin' pigs. Do you see their tails? Their quirky tails? Like little corkscrews. It's a fun one. Quaint Quakers Fall. No words on this one. Just some beautiful, beautiful fall colors. I love the windmill. And then more penguins. Winter. This one says sleigh rides. I mean, come on. Those penguins on a sled, they're perfect. And the igloo, I love it. The summer one is so pretty as well. I can't wait to get that one in. I will certainly share it with everyone once I have that. On my next Flosstube, I have a couple of more new designers that I hope to be able to have on the website by then and be able to introduce to all of you. They are some newer designers to the market and to the website, which is super fun. Typically, I talk about Flosstube and new Flosstubers that I've been watching. Unfortunately, I haven't had a lot of time to really dig into any new Flosstube, so I just really wanted to go and remind you of some fantastic folks out on Flosstube that every time they release a video, these are a couple that I watch. So the first is Floss Paper Scissors, right here out of good old Bloomington, Minnesota. Mom and daughter duo are wonderful. I love them. If you have not checked out Floss Paper Scissors, do yourself a favor and go watch their movies, because they literally, Catherine calls them movies, and I love it. Every time she posts one, I'm like, yay, a new movie. I am behind. I'm like 2 episodes behind on their movies. So I'm got one in today, and I'm hoping to watch a couple more over the next couple of days. The other one is Hathaway Stitchers. Aaron and Amity. Amity is the creative genius behind Boomerang Stitches, which is available in the shop. I just love watching them. I love them. They're amazing. Quilt Junkie, which is Jenny out of Texas. That girl cracks me up. The last video, she has a pig. And his name is Wendell. And Wendell made an appearance. And he is so sassy and so fantastic. And she doesn't just talk about stitching, cross-stitching. She introduces quilting stuff. I have a very special surprise coming to the website. I believe it should be coming tomorrow via the Quilt Junkie. We've partnered together on some things that I am so excited to announce. So hopefully by next week, we will have that information up and out for everybody to be able to enjoy. So Quilt Junkie, I know she's ready to post another Flosstube. When I talked to her yesterday, she said it should be going up today. Tuesday. No, Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. Wednesday, June 4th. So hopefully that is up. Just Keep Stitching, Pam and Steph. It's like a staple. I have to watch it when it posts. I did get a couple weeks behind, but did get caught up this last weekend. I know they're getting into StitchCon mode. I'm so sad I'm not going to StitchCon. I was able to get in this year, but just there's too much life stuff going on and with the store. And anyway, one day I will be back. And then Jess at Sloan Stitches, another fantastic human. Met her in January at Stitch Away. She's another one that every time a video posts, I do try to at least be able to watch a little bit, if not all. Sometimes I'm not going to lie, all of these Flosstubers I might put on higher speed so I can get through it faster because I want to be able to watch everybody. So to recap, Floss Paper Scissors, Hathaway Stitchers, Quilt Junkie, Just Keep Stitching, and Sloan Stitches. So if you have time to check out some Flosstubers, I highly recommend those 5. That's all I've got. Until next time, have some fantastic few weeks. Stitch what you love and always be feisty. Happy stitching.